today's, oh, the phone just rang. In today's video, I'm going to give you my 5 favorite things about JCE Editor, the free version, and we're going to look at 5 favorite things from the pro version. And then if those people leave a message, I'll call them back later on. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. And thanks for tuning in to today's Watch Me Work live stream number 47 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel. Thank you for your support of this channel. If you're watching live, please say hi in chat. And we will just hang out together while we look at these things. So today's topic is from last Monday's, Maintenance Monday, where Valerie from Toronto asked asked me to just sort of review and compare JCE Editor with the tiny MCE editor that comes with Joomla. And so I think that instead of doing a comparison, I'm just going to tell you what my favorites are, because I don't want to knock tiny MCE. In fact, what I found out in that live stream, and you can watch it, is there's a whole bunch more features in there I knew about just because I haven't used it all these years. But I do like JCE Editor. And so that's what we're going to look at today. So let's head on over there. Don't forget to head over to basicjoomla.com/giveaways. Enter the monthly giveaways by signing up for the newsletter. I have the codes now, just got them last night for the giveaway of the J2 Store 6-month Pro membership. That's a prize new to the giveaway recently. All right, so JCE Editor, you can go to joomlacontenteditor.net and check it out. That's where you can get it, or you can install it from the Install from Web tab in your Joomla site. Just search for JCE and it will come up. So the editor that we're talking about is the thing in the articles and other places where you enter text, where you have your bold buttons and italics and all sorts of things. So let's head right into there and we will take a look. So I'm here on my nosecrets.basicjoomla.com site, and I have JCE Editor free. And I just want to say my first favorite thing about JCE Editor are the color buttons. I like the color buttons. I'm just taking a look at my screen here. Hopefully everybody is getting the stream okay. It says it's okay. All right. Yeah, I like the color buttons. I like shiny things. Oh, look, a squirrel. Short attention span. Let's take a look at, let's go to Content, Articles, and add a new article. And we will see right in here, JCE Editor. Now this is the tiny MCE editor. I haven't switched it over on this site. So let me just go to Global Configuration, and to set the default editor as JCE Editor. Save and close that, and now we can refresh. Now see, so here's tiny MCE buttons that all mean things like that, and that's great. But when we refresh, we will see lovely color buttons. There's color for your text background. Look at that, nice red handles on the scissors. I just think that this looks nicer. In fact, if we hit Control-0, we'll make those buttons a bit bigger. And yeah, I just think that this looks nicer overall. Now they're not super lined up nicely, and I will show you how we can fix that. But I just really like the way that they look. So when I build a site for a client, I think that this is just probably a much nicer interface for them to use. I enjoy it myself, and it probably draws my eyes faster because I get used to knowing that the eraser here is pink on the end for removing formatting. Some of them are in black and white, but so I like them. So that's my first thing. My second thing is this. Let me make this back to its 0 size. Is that you can name the different editor profiles. Now we saw on Maintenance Monday how we could declutter tiny MCE by moving buttons and removing some buttons and various things like that. You can create different sets of buttons in the editor available for different groups using your site, and you can do that in JCE Editor. Let's go to Components, JCE Editor, and we'll go to Profiles. Now you'll see here on this site there are 5 different profiles. 4 of them are not published, but here's the default one. As we go and look in there, we can see all the settings that would be available to people who are using this group: manager, administrator, author, editor, publisher, super users. And then we can go through and we can change the settings that those users have available to them. Now, in Tiny MCE, we saw that you could create different sets, and they were called set 1, set 2, set 3, and if you wanted more, it'd be set 4, set 5. And I didn't really look to see if you could rename those. Making different profiles here in JCE Editor is very easy. You can click New, or you can copy an existing one. So why don't we copy existing one there? We'll copy default, and then we will have, there you go, copy of default. I'm going to name this one live stream, and description, a demo for the live stream. Now, if we save that, we can begin to, let's assign this to a different user group. Let's assign this only to super users. All right. So only super users are going to see this see this set. You can also then go to the tab here, and here is the editor layout. Now, you'll see up here there's a bunch of buttons, and down here there's a row of buttons. These are buttons that are not being used. So you can then let's suppose that we don't want the person having access to make tables. So here's a whole table, all the table toolbar things. We will move down. And let's say also that we don't want this fourth row here. So we could actually move everything up to that row. I'll just do that very quickly. I'm just left clicking and dragging and bumping up. Two more to go. Oh, those two were together. And now I can just move this whole empty row down, and I've reorganized it. We can do all sorts of things. Let's say we don't want our users changing the font either, because they're going to mess up the display. Now, of course, I'm changing this just for super administrators, so we want all the font size just to stay the same. And I think you get the idea. We can then go and we can save this live stream setup. We'll publish it, save and close. And then I'm going to unpublish the default. Now when we go to content, articles, add a new article, you'll notice we no longer have we have 3 rows here. We no longer have the table buttons. We don't have the font drop downs, and we've customized it. But what's really nice, one of my favorite things, is that we gave this group a specific name. So you don't have to look at it and think, which is set 3, 4, which is set 5, what's that? You can create default names, and I like that. And you have your descriptions over here, a little bit easier to organize. All right, the next thing is my favorite. I've already started to demonstrate it, is that it is super customizable. Let's go back into this live stream profile. And you will see there's all sorts of ways that you can configure and customize how this editor is going to operate on your site. One is, I'm just again going to check on status here for the live stream. There's only 2 people on here. Just wondering if maybe everyone's having a super busy day at the end of August. All right, so to customize it, look. Where do we want this to be visible? Do we want it to be visible in the front end or only the back end? Let's say we only want people to, well, and again, this is assigned to super users. Let's change this here. Let's assign it to a user group, public. Let's assign it to our authors. But we don't want them doing things in the front end of the site, and so we were going to disable it. And we also don't want this available on the phone for whatever reason. We're just going to make it available on desktop. And also, let's say there's a few components that we don't want this editor being used with for whatever reason. We could select anything. So let's say we're not going to use it with banners. I don't even know if that makes sense. The other cool thing is this. Look, we can assign not only to a user group, but we can assign it to a specific user. And so you would click on here, and up come the users on this site. Both of them are me. You can select the person, and just crazy options. It just continues on with features and layout, with editor parameters, typography, file system, all sorts of things. And plugin parameters. You can go through each one of these, and so for instance, you can set defaults. Look, link. This is what your defaults would be. So the target, if you want all your links to default to opening a new window, then you can do open in a new window, and that will be the default setting. So many things, so crazy formatting, and that is that's my, I think, was that my third of my first 5 favorite things for JCE Editor. All right, so of course, if we save that, that would apply those. Now, one of my other, number 4 that I super duper like is that remove word formatting. Now let's head on, let me just look at my notes here. Let's go to plugin parameters. One of the problems, especially when you have other users using a site, or you build a site for someone and they cutting and pasting, oftentimes they'll do their typing and their layout right inside of Word, Microsoft Word. And of course, Microsoft Word puts all kinds of crazy extra formatting for their own use inside, and that does not play very nicely here on a browser, here on a web page. So what you can do is you can go to plugin parameters and go down to file browser. No, we want to go down to clipboard, and check this out here. Microsoft Word Cleanup. The little mouse over tooltip says content from applications like Microsoft Word and OpenOffice.org writer often include code not suitable for HTML documents. The cleanup action will attempt to convert or remove this code. So you can say only if detected or always. And strip class attributes only from Word Office content. Or maybe you want to strip class attributes from everything. That gets rid of, for instance, when we mouse over, see all those pasting Word Office, all those MSO classes are removed. Because that, if you have a font set on a template for your site, and then you start pasting things, you get MSO classes for fonts and all kinds of stuff. Anyways, that is one of my favorite things, because what happens is it keeps the formatting consistent when other people are using the site. When other people are doing multiple, when you have multiple users, it keeps things all the same, because when they paste stuff in there for Microsoft Word, it comes up the same. All right, so that would be number 4. We're flying through these. Also, what I would say too, number 5, my favorite is this, under edit. We'll go to the tab editor parameters. You can restrict the parameters that are perhaps going to be used and put in by your users. So for instance, let's go to file system. Hold on, let's go down, let's go to advanced, the advanced tab. Up here, we can prohibit an element so it doesn't get used in the site. So let's see, comma separate list of prohibited elements. For security purposes, following elements will always be removed. Applet, iframe, object, embed, script, all those things will be removed unless an appropriate plugin or configuration setting is installed or accepted. So unless you say, yes, I want to allow people to use the frame set element, this will check it out. This will keep it from being used. The same thing if they're going to put in meta or all kinds of information. Stuff you don't want in the content of your site. You don't need another head tag. That could mess things up. So you can prohibit those things. You can add things in there that you don't want as well. You can extend it by putting in certain attributes. Here you can allow, if you have someone who's working on a project, you can create a unique profile for them to use JCE Editor and give them permission to put JavaScript inside of the project, inside of content that they're working on, if that's their role. But you can also restrict it from others. You can limit the word count. So you could actually say, you can go in here and please enter in articles, but they should only be 1,000 words long. Tell them what the word count is, 1,000, and that will prevent things. So there's lots of things that you can do to restrict word count alert. You can and to configure things. There's so many different options and things that you would be able to use with JCE Editor and really customize it. So I really like it. I don't know if all these features are available in TinyMCE, but they are available in the free version of JCE Editor, and so that's why I use JCE Editor. I just like it. We also mentioned on Maintenance Monday last week that, let me just change screens here for a second. Mentioned last week, is chat going to come up? There's nothing in chat anyways. Here we go. There it is, coming up. We've got a third person watching. Hello and welcome, whoever you are. What I mentioned was that a long time ago, before TinyMCE was really advanced, or had some of the features it has now, I started using JCE Editor, and because I like these things and know these things, and I like those shiny color buttons, I just keep using it, and I've never seen changes come along in TinyMCE. Having said that, because JCE Editor is free, and because of some of these things I just showed you, my first 5 favorites, and also because of those colored buttons a lot, I think it looks better. I like to use JCE Editor. And so I put it on all of my sites, and it has really improved. There's a lot of stuff in there that wasn't necessarily in the free version years ago. And it used to be that when you bought the pro version, you had to add in a whole bunch of other plugins. And I will say that now, with buying the pro version, instead of installing things individually, there's the free version and the pro version with a chunk of everything together. Now, there's one other thing that I want to show you here on our little example here. And another favorite of JCE Editor. I don't know if it's in the free version or not. So let's just close this. And I'm going to activate default again. And this live stream profile I made, I'll unpublish it. And now we'll go over to this new article here. And we will, I'm just going to reload this instead of new. And then, by the way, if you're watching right now, whether live or on record, please give the video a like. That'll help others to find it. I'm going to go here and I'm going to insert, just click in the editor space there, and I'm going to insert an image. Let's just pick any old image that I've got here. There, I got a picture of a cat. There we go. Insert. Oh, if I go to advanced, yes, it's not there. Now you can put in a rollover image for this image. So for instance, I could select in that tab and pick something else. So when I mouse over the cat, it will turn to this logo. But what I wanted to show you was something that's in the pro version. So why don't I just move right on to 5 of my favorite things from the pro version of JCE Editor. Let's cancel this. Now let's go to Extensions, Manage, and Install. We'll put JCE Pro on here. I have it on my site, so I'm going to upload from this file location. Yeah, okay, browse for file. That's where I do my thumbnail work for Joomla. Go into here, JCE, and I'm going to get the latest one. I just downloaded it today. Whoops, thanks, John. John reminding me to change screens here. Thanks, John. All right, here we go. Pro package, will install that. I'd already downloaded it to my computer. Now we can go into, and hello, John. Good to have you here on the stream. It's a lonely day today. Not too many people on. Enjoying the end of August. It's all edited in there. Great. It's all in there. Let's go Components, JCE Editor, and let's go to Profiles. Now, I told you I really like the shiny buttons. There's a Pro version. Let's go to Features and Layout of a number of buttons down here. We can look at them down here, mouse over. We've got Caption. That looks like Remove Caption. Insert iframe. File Manager. Image Manager Extended. That's got the star on it. Media Manager. And what's this one? Template Manager. And Microdata. So I'm going to move this line up. This is going to mess things up. But I'm going to add this bottom line here. That's the stuff mostly that came with Pro. And I'm going to show you something, one of my favorite things about the about JCE Pro. And we'll save that. Now we'll go back to making a new article. And that is this. Let me bring up on my screen here my list of things. Another phone call. My wife's not home today to answer that, so it's just going to ring in the background for a little bit while I go to my notes here. All right, now let's go back and grab that image. Here's the Image Manager Pro. And we'll find, there's the picture of the cat. Is it possible to change the icon layout design to a more modern look? We can change the layout. Hello, Ryan. We can change the layout, John. As far as actually changing the buttons, I suppose you could probably change the images where they reside. Oh, Ryan is there. Ryan, the owner of JCE Editor. Ryan says that's coming soon in JCE 2.8. Ryan, did you see my little chat in Slack, in the Joomla Slack chat? Because I would love to have you on here with the voice or something like that too. And I just last minute thought of inviting you last night. So JCE 2.8, cool, is coming. And you can't do live today. Okay, we'll do it another time, Ryan, because Ryan, I am sure that there is some crazy stuff that that I don't know how to do with JCE Editor. I would love to show you I would love you to show everyone some of your favorite things, and that's cool. But I'm glad that you're here in the chat. And I checked Slack just before and noticed that you had notifications off. So, all right. So let me just show you here. I just need to, I want to show the pop-ups here. I just installed Pro, but I think there's a new toolbar theme called Retina in 2.8, which uses font icons. Cool. Hello, Mary. Mary says she would love to have you on to the live stream here as well. All right, so I just installed Pro. Oh, and Ivor says me too. Well, you know what? It only says, oh, more people are coming on. So good. Let me, let's see here. So here I am trying to, I want to show pop-ups here. And when I put in an image, and I don't have that tab up there for that yet. I think I probably have to change I probably need to change my browser settings. But let's do this. Let's go to Basic Joomla, because I have Pro version already installed in there. I imagine I just have to clear my browser cache here. Let's go log in. All right, components. Let's go content, articles, add new article. All right, so I'm still trying to get over to my first favorite 5 things about JCE Pro. All right, so we go in, we'll insert a button. And as you can see, I've not done much editing or changing of the layout. And let's put in a picture, crystal.com, and we'll insert that. Now, actually, I didn't need to click insert. Now, when you look up here, check this out. This pop-ups. This is one of my first favorite things about the Pro version for this advanced image manager, because you can select and just make this a pop-up right away. JCE Editor. JCE Media Box pop-up. Great. And now I have all these options for a title. This is a title. And then you can put a caption in. This is a caption. And one of the great things about this... No, just a sec, Ryan. Before you post links, I have to give you a wrench. It's time for a wrench ceremony. It makes you moderator so you can post things. All right. Ryan, congratulations on a wrench. Go ahead and post whatever you want, and I'll make sure to put these, we'll prop up some of these maybe, or I'll put them in the description of the video. All right, so what I was going to say is one of the great things about the pop-up feature in JCE Editor Advanced, or Pro, and the Advanced Media Manager is this, is that by adding a title and a caption to a pop-up, your keywords will appear in the code of your site more regular. It's just another chance to put keywords, to put SEO into your site. And that is golden. I will actually create pop-ups and just use the same size image. So normally you think you have a pop-up, you have an image, and then when you click on it, it's going to show it bigger. Why not just show it as the regular size if you don't have anything bigger? Because it gives you a chance to put in more SEO stuff. To put in more SEO stuff into your site. You can set the dimensions of your pop-up, but so Image Manager, I just love the features in it for the just the pop-up alone, and there's tons of stuff. I have to limit myself to 5 things today. So, of course, so if we go update, let's call this test pop-up, and I'm going to just save this. We will go to preview, and now when I click on this, it pops up, and look, this is the title, this is a caption shows. It's just, I like it. It's so easy. It's so nice to have a pop-up, and you'll notice that, like I said, this image is the same size as this image that is the original, but it lets me put in a title and other things. It helps with SEO. And so I think that is very, very cool. So that's my first favorite thing about JCE Pro is the advanced image editor. And there's lots of other things that you can do in there. Now, let me bring up my notes and I'll get to my second one. All right. Not only do I like Advanced Image Manager, but I really like the Media Manager as well. And so let me show you a couple of things here. So for instance, and it's good to have Ryan here because it's always good to see it. It's always interesting to see a dumb guy use your stuff. So I would be the dumb guy in this case. Let's take out that image. Now check this out. We've got the Insert Edit Media button here, and we click on that, and now we have a bunch of options that we can pick a video file or a sound file or something that's here on the site. Now I don't have anything uploaded yet, and here's media options for Adobe Flash Player options, advanced, other things, but also look, you can still put them in a pop-up. Now let's check this out. I want to show you. Let's go to my YouTube channel. And let's go to I don't know. Let's go to my channel. Let's see. Well, let's just take a video here. What we got here? This is what will we take here? Constant Lightning, Unreal Electric Storm. All right, so let's just take
what
this
began as a
here.
typical line of Nebraska.
And then we're going to go to share, and we're going to go to embed. We get that code for embedding, and we change what we need to, but we copy this, Control copy. Now we go back into articles, and I know that there's a faster way probably to put YouTube videos in, and I don't know how to do that yet with using JCE Editor. But let's go. We'll go into the code view, and now we're going to paste that video. In fact, I'm in the. Hold on for a sec. I want to do this in basic Joomla, that site that I have open. I'm going to go Control V, And now we go and view the editor. Now this box is our video, but as soon as we click on this box, we see that the media button is clicked on. So now we have this option to do some cool stuff. We can make it appear in a pop-up. No, apparently not. Pop-up types available from options. To media options. Oh, here we go. We have autoplay that we can add. We can also, maybe I'm missing where pop-ups is set. Maybe I don't have that set up. But I can also click back here in File. I can resize this if I want. So YouTube gave me 560 by 315, but what if I decide that I need this in a little side thing, a little bit smaller? Let's make it 400, which will resize it to 225, and let's align this center on the page, and we'll go update. Now we've just managed all that code, the embed code, by posting it in there. And I'm going to save this, and we will preview the page. It's already here. Test pop-up. Now our video is there.
What began as a typical line of Nebraska thunderstorms developed into the most...
It auto started. So this is a really cool way to just to put a video in through the media button in JCE Editor. So JCE Editor Pro. And there is a way to put, I think I read earlier that there is a way that there is, my thoughts a bit scrambled. There's a way to put in YouTube videos as well, which I think was just mentioned up here earlier. Or maybe I missed that. I think I just read that somewhere. Anyways, this is how I put them in right now, and it works great. So that's my second favorite thing of the Pro version. Create links to files or embed them in articles. You know, I took these are off of the website because they're exactly what I wanted to say. So as I look down the order, let's see. So we go back to this view here. Check this out. Now we've got this little button here that says insert edit file. So I'm going to type some text here. Please download this file. And I'm going to select this file so it gets hot linked. And hello, Vinny. And this we will go to, here we go. We're going to click on this file, insert edit file. We can now upload a file and we can link to it. In fact, why don't I just do that right now? I'm going to upload and browse. Let's go to my delete file. Let's look for a PDF file. There's one. What will I do here? I don't know. It doesn't really. Well, troubleshooting for power strips. There, I downloaded this because I had a power strip fail on me. Now, here is the file. I can rename it, which is cool. Power strip troubleshooting. And I can now go ahead and upload. And then it becomes available for me to select. And it says, do I want to replace the file link text with the file name? So I have please download this file. I don't want to right now. I can give this link a title, which I think appears when you mouse over the element. Yes. And and look, I have this choice here. Do I want to show an icon? Yeah, I'll say an icon. Yep. And if I don't want the icon first, maybe I want the text first. Do I want to show the size of the file or the date that it was uploaded? Do I want it to open in a new window or current one? Do we want to open in Google Docs or Office apps? I actually have never even seen that before. Cool. That's new since I saw it. Anyways, ton of great stuff. Look at this. Advanced. Adding styles, blah, 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 stuff like that. So let's insert. Now let's save. Oh, I need to give this a name. Oh, I did this on the other one. No problem. Test file link. That's what I get for having too many things open. Let's save this. Oh, set target to download. Cool. All right. See, bro. Yeah. All right, let's do this here. I'm going to click on that link and go to the file download. And I'm going to set target to download. You know, it's been a while since I used this. That's so great. Wow. All right, we'll save that. And now we'll preview it. Check this out. Please download this file. And there's a PDF image there. Now there's a colon. I think maybe let's just check back here. What did I miss selecting here? This file, icon, text, icon. Did I pick size? Let's pick size. Is this, let's see. Well, let's see. We'll update. Maybe nothing's going to show there because I have to select the whole thing. Anyways, let's go up here. Oops. What on earth is that? Oh, there we go there. So the size and date did not show up there, but maybe I should have selected that right at the beginning or something goofy's happening. Anyways, this is great. You know, one of the reasons I like this about JCE Editor Pro is that if you have just a couple of files that you want people to download, you don't need to install a huge file management program for people to download documents and to have them all organized somewhere in descriptions. If you have a client that just has a couple of files, or you have a page and you just quickly want people to download a sign up form to mail in or something like that, don't worry, Brian. Anyway, so you can just easily put a file in there. Yeah, Ryan says, oops. This is actually, when I look, I do have links there. It looks, let's see here. I've got underscore stuff there. So there's something trying to go in there, but I found a bug. Well, there you go. Canary in the coal mine I am. All right, so that's my second one there, managing audio and video, embedding things. I mentioned that. Linking to files. I did also, let's go back to this page here in the basic Joomla. Another favorite, so we're probably up to this would be a third favorite, is this. Notice not only when I click on this iframe do I get the button for the media manager, but I also get this iframe button. And I think that might actually be in the free version because it's on this row up here. So maybe that's a favorite from the free version. But you click on there, you can actually go in there and change the size of the iframe, and you can change the alignment of it. You have advanced options, and you can it's showing some things for YouTube here as well. So the iframe button is really nice for working with those things. Ivor says big advantage is to link to menu or articles. Cool. From right inside JCE Editor, is that what you're talking about? Don't quite understand what you mean there, Johan. All right, so I'm losing track of my... Oh, it's dynamic. Move the articles and the link is adjusted. Okay. Big advances linked to menu or articles. Yes, okay. When you're linking to something in JCE Editor here. Yeah, so for instance, if I go and select that text and go to link here, and you can select the article, and this link will follow it around as you check it. Is that what you're saying? Advanced pop-ups. You can make an article pop up in a pop-up. That's cool. I'm still not quite clear what... Oh, okay, so I got that right. Yes. Yeah, that's really nice too. Especially, probably if you have it on relative URLs. But look, we can select content here and uncategorized and hey there Joomla fans. and that article, and it's going to follow where it goes. Yes. All right, so I mentioned image editing, audio. I mentioned creating links to files. Let me show you another one of my favorite things about images. Ryan, yes, Johan, and then move the article to the other cat. Ryan says JCE always creates the links as raw non-SEF links, so menu changes shouldn't affect an article link. Yes, and that is great, because if you start moving stuff around and you have to find out where links are, that can be a pain. Let me show you another. Okay, this is my fourth favorite thing about images. Another thing, images. Let's go. Let's insert an image. So let's go back and we'll put in this Cybersalt crystal, and let's center it. Oh, center must be in here. Oh yes, alignment, center. All right, and insert. Now with that selected, look at this button here. It says insert edit caption. I can put a caption in underneath that picture, which is great. Put it in the bottom. I will align it so that it's centered. And I will say the text is this, not the name of the file, but this is my new logo. Of course it's not, it's old. And let's change the color of that to something that's a little orangier. And apply. And we'll have it center. And now when I go insert, I've got a really nice little, way down at the bottom is squinty and small. This is my new logo. No problem, because watch. I'm going to go in there and change that. So it's a bit bigger. I'm going to padding at the top of 10. And somewhere, I can assign a different class to that so I can make it bigger. Oh, here's padding as well for the container. But this is for the text, so I update. Now I bumped it off a little bit less there. And I can whoops, Control Z. I dragged something I didn't want to drag, and it ended up at the top. Wow. There we go. Let's go back. I can actually just type right in here. This is my new logo. So now I'm going to select that text. If I want it a little bit bigger, font size, I'm going to make that 14, and I can work away at it right down there, which is really nice feature to have in a blog article, especially if you're writing about something. If there's a picture, you're writing about a horse that you just bought, and then you have the picture of the horse and it's smiling or it's not smiling, and you want to put a little caption underneath, then you can do that. So that is one of my favorite things about the Pro version as well. Insert edit, and check this out. If you ever want to just get rid of the caption, just delete it. Whoa. Let's see. Let's delete it. Oh, it's making it all go. Let's see. Did I miss something? Nope. I don't know if that's an oops or I did something in the Control Z, Control Y, Control Y. Oh, I broke something there. Let's try that just again quick. Put in the image and insert. I'm just going to center it right on the line there. We'll put in a caption, and let's just leave the file name there. There it is. This is all selected, and if we go that, oh, and it did remove it. Okay, nicely. Something I did wrong before. Mary says the non-SEF links is her favorite thing about JCE, and I hadn't even thought of that. So great, another one to the list. So that was creating styled captions on images. The last thing that I'll say is one of my favorite things is this about JCE Editor Pro, is that it is very reasonably priced. Maybe Ryan shouldn't listen to this part because we don't want prices to go up. But man, I pay $34.55 a year for JCE Editor Pro. I put it on my sites. It's one of the first things on. I just remember another really favorite thing. I'll give you a plus thing. But I would put it on all my sites. And I think that's like 20 euros. I think you're Ryan. I think you're in Ireland. Is that correct? Which means that you're spending in euros and selling in euros. But 20 euros, 34.55 Canadian is just for the, again, one of the points I've made in the past on the channel is that spending money to buy a pro version of an extension, if it saves you time, it is making you money. So if you want to have a link for linking to a file that people can download, right away you're saving time. It'll pay for itself in no time. So it's really reasonably priced, and I really like that. That's one of my favorite things. Oh, you're in the UK. Okay, you're in the UK. Why did I thought I saw Ireland somewhere on the site somewhere, but you're in the UK. Well, Ireland's in the UK. I don't want to offend or start a war, so I'll just you're in the UK. Also, here, let me just show you one other thing here. And this is about JCE Editor, free and pro. We go to mysites.guru, which used to be myjoomla.com. I will show you, I'm going to go to basic Joomla site here. And I go to settings. No, I go to update. Phil Taylor has a list of some extensions that he trusts to just auto update when there's a new update out. And to wait for this to spin and tell us what's in here. Checking for updates. Watch the wheel go around. There we go. Down here, amongst the list of extensions that my Joomla or mysites.guru now will automatically update is JCE Editor. So not only is that convenient, so every time there's an update to JCE Editor and on a site that I'm managing with mysites.guru, does it get updated and I don't have to go in and run it. Also, I'm impressed by Phil Taylor's stamp of approval on any of the extensions that are in this automatic updates. So we know that JCE Editor is up there with Akiba. It's up there with Regular Labs, something that's the install from web, the official Joomla support plugin, and the web links extension package. So an official Joomla support extension. Did I say that Ireland is in the UK? I don't know. See, this is what I was trying to avoid. Northern Ireland is in the UK, is it not? Or is it a Commonwealth country? Okay, see, I part of it is, yes, okay. And there's a part that's not. I'll have to read up on it again. Part of it is, yes, okay. Anyways, just to get back to this last point, we know that I know JCE Editor is solid, not only because it's been around for a long time, but if Phil Taylor will automatically update it, then that is a plus in my books. All right, so let me change screens here, get back here. Right, chat on right. There we go. There it is. Yes, my apologies to anybody if I've misspoken about the UK. Yeah, the North is. Yeah, Northern Ireland. Yeah, it's coming back to me. All right, well, I'm just going to check that out, though. Let's go to home. JCE. Here's Joomla Content Editor. I put that link in before. It's in the description for you guys to go check it out. Policy company. Let's see. Oh no, Croydon. Okay, where did I see? Maybe it's in the payment. I gotta figure this out. All right, and I realize you can't see my screen right now, so let me just see. I'll figure this out. I'll tell you why I saw that. Details. Maybe it's. There you go. This is what threw me off here. Let me see if there's any any information. All right, I'm not going to show this because I don't know if I'm going to give away information I shouldn't. My invoice, when I went to see how much I paid for JCE Editor Pro, it came from Paddle Payments, the Plaza Park West, Dublin, Ireland. And so I saw Ireland, and that's why I thought you were in Ireland, because the payment went through there. But clearly, as we look at your the company information here, you are in the UK. So that's why I was thrown off like that. Full screen. Right, okay. You're a South African living in London. The nuances of UK geography are not that important to you. Okay. South African living in London. All right. Yeah, but you're in the UK. You're not where your payments come from. Your payment processor comes from. All right. Home. And there you go. So head on over there and download JCE and try it. Ryan, I'd love to have you on and talk about things. And I mentioned too, we'd love to have you as a guest on Joomcast, the podcast that Chayton Madon and I do. But I was wondering, are you doing anything? There's so much emphasis on accessibility. Is your new toolbar going to have an option for visually impaired people? Because maybe they might find the colors problem and might do better with black and white. So I wonder if that's something that is coming down the pipe. And that's also, let me go up and check out these links here that you shared with us here. There's JCE Pro 2. Oh, here's what's coming. You released the first beta of JCE Pro 2.80 for testing, which adds a number of new features. Oh, there you go. A new high con. I just answered my own question. Ivor asked, anyone using Template Manager? I do not, Ivor, because I've never looked into it. So that was something that would love to have Ryan come on and do a screen share and show some of that stuff. But anyways, the new high contrast, high resolution theme being added uses font icons to create a crisp, clean toolbar. You can activate this theme in Editor Profiles, Feature, and Layout. And there we have an example of it. So cool. All right, Template Manager gets improvements. Ryan, how does it sound that when 2.8 comes out, would you come on and we'll make plans to have you on and you can show some of the new stuff? That would be really cool. If you're into that, I would be into that. Code editor improvements. The Retina theme changes extends to Code tab 2, which also gains. Okay, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Which also gains code folding and the same improve. Oh, code folding. That's nice. So everybody, what code folding is if you have, as it shows in this little animated GIF here, if you have if you have a diff and then a diff and a whole bunch of stuff in between, you can hit plus and close the diff and it'll collapse that if that's not what you want to be looking at. That is cool. Quick links and quick media. A new drop-down inputs being added to the link and media manager buttons to enable quick inserts of links and media items, including video, audio, YouTube, and Vimeo. embed data is used for YouTube and Vimeo links for inserting accurate markup directly from the provider. Nice. Oh, wow. I like that. All right, let me go up and find this other link that you shared here. Okay, the one that you just showed us is and here's the, okay. And then another, okay, so that was when you released 2.7.14, and here's the update. Columns, creating horizontal layouts of mixed content, text, images, and video can be a real challenge. I hear you, preach it, and often requires digging into the source code and good understanding of CSS, at the very least. The features of your template CSS framework. 2.8.0 introduces columns to simplify the process by using a generic set of Flexbox CSS styles or your template CSS framework. Your theme kit Bootstrap 4 initially support it. You can now quickly create simple horizontal blocks layouts for any content, add a minimum stack width, and create more responsive layouts for mobile devices. Wow. That is nice. That's like a step towards not actually a page builder, but it's giving more control over layout, which is really cool. I've run into a bunch of old school people who I've built sites for. Friend of mine, I built sites for him, and it was all current and modern and everything, what he really needed to get him away from Dreamweaver and HTML pages. But it killed him that he could not WYSIWYG the whole page for what he could see. Now, a page builder would be great for him, but even just to have this little bit of control here that you've got there that you're showing is coming, that's going to be awesome. Template manager improvements. It's great for creating and inserting reusable content snippets. Yes, that's definitely want someone to show me that. On top of this, we have simplified the creation of new template items in the template manager dialog by removing the need to specify whether a new template is a template or a snippet. Only a suitable name is needed now. Customize the character map. Already provides an extensive collection of symbols and special characters to insert in content. It is now possible to specify any number of custom characters. And you can add characters to it. Nice. Resize with crop to fit. One more thing, when resizing the images on upload, you can now crop them to fit the resize dimensions. Great for creating square images. Nice. Excuse me. So people can start looking at this in the development area, and you guys can start to give feedback. Let me just click that link there. I'll post that in the link here too. So for those of you who want to play around and test that, I think I missed a comment back up here. Vinny said that JCE Editor Pro is one extension that he keeps his subscription to. Yeah. All right, so there's the betas to install. Beta 1. Oh, that's for 2.7, and here's the beta for 2.8. So install it on a test site and play around with it, and then give feedback. Give feedback in the support forum. I'll paste that link there. All right. Well, Ryan, I'm ever glad that you popped in today. That was cool. Oh, you're going to try to get into 2.8 beta out tomorrow. All right. So you passed alpha, so then you're up to beta, and then I guess do you do release candidates, or and then it will be out. And also, did you say this when you're thinking that 2.8 will be out? Did I miss that further up here? Just wait for you to type that. Maybe end of September. Cool. All right, so that's coming up close. I won't ask you too many more questions because it'll be a lot easier if I get you on Zoom and you sharing your screen and talking, and we can hang out and do that. So I'm sure lots of people will want to check in on that and watch that, or watch the replay of it. So excellent. All right, well, we can keep talking about JCE Editor, but what else is going on for everybody out there? What is new? What are you working on? Anything exciting happened since we were last live on Monday? Like I said, I just got the codes for the giveaway from J2 Store, a 6-month pro membership given away every month in the monthly draw. Remember, you just have to subscribe to the newsletter and be activated. So basicjoomla.com/giveaway. So that's cool. I was talking to Ramesh from J2 Store last night about something, and we finally got that hammered out. So I think I still have to announce the winner of the draw for July, because I've been waiting on that code. So I think July was the first month that we had that. I'll have to check. But anyways, that'll be in there. And everybody, thanks for who have subscribed. I don't even know what the most recent number of subscribers is. Let me just change screens here so I can go in and look at that without giving away people's addresses. In fact, I'm going to unpublish this test page that I just made and go to components, ACY mailing, users. How many subscribers do I have? I got a few fake ones on here. Yeah, like Yandex. And other people that didn't subscribe to something. But it looks like all in all signed up and active 16 subscribed. So that's good. We'll start building it up there again. And of course, you guys don't want to have too many people sign up anyways until you've won. We'll go back to here. All right, and change the screens back. I'm actually really happy that I was able to go ahead with the live stream today because they're going to be putting in full screen chat on right. So let me keep doing this so this comes up. Nope. Come on, chat. There we go. In front of my house, they're going to be putting in sidewalks and a sidewalk and a bike lane. And yesterday they were here with a vac truck. So instead of digging trenches with an excavator, they brought along a vac truck with a pressure washer, and they just spray dirt and vacuum and suck it up and make a nice little cut trench. But they're coming back today to cut across the end of my driveway and to run some water lines to the gravel pit next to us, well, to the development now. And so I actually wondered if I was going to be able to have the live stream because it would be so loud down here in the basement, because from here to, well, here, why don't I show you guys? Let's see here. Let me mess the camera up a little bit. Let's see. Let me turn the... No, you still can't see because it's so bright coming in. Anyways, out that window, probably about 30 feet away is where they're going to be digging. Put those lights back on. Anyway, so just to mention that in the next couple of months, it might be possible that the odd live stream gets preempted by noise, in which case my plan is to still go live at the same time because I really don't know what work they'll be doing. And if it's too noisy for a live stream, I'll stream a graphic for a minute saying that the live stream will happen later on in the day after construction is done. And that's going to be for the next couple of months a possibility. Otherwise we'll just keep going on at the regular schedule. All right. Well, I think that might be all I've got. I was up early this morning for a breakfast meeting, out of the house at 7:30. Also, just a pro tip. If you find that you're not able to sleep for a couple of months and it's really difficult and you're waking up a lot, it might actually be the sheets that you are allergic to or are irritating you, because I've had terrible sleeps for a couple of weeks. And we have the summertime here, so we have the nice cooler summertime sheets. But I finally dawned on me that maybe it was the sheets that kept waking me up and that had me just all crawly and everything. Anyway, so we changed the sheets, like different sheets. We do wash the sheets and change them regularly. And last night, even though I did keep waking up, I had no uncomfortableness. So if you're sleeping bad, it might actually be something as simple as that. But if I'm giving sleep tips, that just shows how much we are out of things to talk about today. So, unless there's something else shows up in chat in the next couple of seconds, I'll get ready to wrap it up. Everybody, thank you for your support of this channel. Once again, it has been a great time. I've enjoyed it. As usual, I've learned stuff. And I'm super excited to see these things with Ryan when 2.8 comes out. So, Ryan, I will be in touch with you through Slack. I sent you that personal message there, so whenever you turn notifications back on, we can do that. Or maybe I'll shoot you, maybe we can connect on a Zoom call or something like that as well when it works for you, and we'll make some plans. Yes, Ryan, so thanks for being here. Mary, Ivor, Johan, Vinny. Who else did we have just up here? John. Yeah, I said John, I think Ivor. Everybody and anybody who's lurking, thank you very much for tuning in today. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites and God bless.